Good morning, Soul Family. Happy 4-4 portal. We are here. And, excuse me, clearing my throat. Definitely, clearing my throat. So, we are here at the 4-4 portal and we've been going through some very, very intense energetic portals, multiple shifts, multiple changes. And I know most of you are listening are the Empress Divine Feminine. And I know you all have been going through quite a bit. Even though I'm reading this as one energy and one soul, and obviously so is the Emperor and the Divine Masculine at this time. And it's a mirrored transformation. And I know probably the past couple of days, it's been mentioned. I've been going through it before. It's actually been mentioned. A lot of definitely vivid, strange dreams. Some of them are really intense. Some of them are super clear. And with the planets, there are 5 of them in alignment. And those energy shifts are obviously happening for us, and where Neptune moved into Aries with the a partial solar eclipse in the new moon in Aries. And the moon is obviously definitely changing. You're changing. You could be definitely going through, decisions, but also definitely going through some ascension symptoms. And this is Robbie from Guided by Fire. You could be feeling definitely chakras realigned. You could be spending a lot more time in nature because you're being called to ground these energies in and to absorb and allow things to letting go of the things that no longer serve you. And, even when we let go of things that no longer serve us, whether if we let them go in the physical first, the energy has to dissipate and heal and be released. Or if we release the energy first and the lower energies first, so the physical can be released. So either way, back and forth, as above and so below, it all works the way it works, the way it's supposed to. And interestingly enough, many of you have been going through some strange shifts and have already felt the 4-4 portal energy coming in yesterday. And a little bit of it started sometime on Wednesday. And as I'm, a lot of the energy that I've been feeling definitely is the Empress Divine Feminine energy. So if you are an Emperor Divine Masculine cross-watching, you will definitely be getting the clarity of what's happening. Everybody's going to be getting the clarity of what's happening as one energy, one soul in this connection. And a lot of today, you're feeling a lot of heart chakra activations, palpitations, like a heaviness in the chest. You could also be going through a lot of heavy burpee energy. And some of these things are happening if you're going out in nature. It may intensify. But definitely the heart chakra activation is being open to receiving bigger and better things. Also, the Kundalini been rising, which all this heat in the body, you're all feeling it at some point, maybe sometimes some cold flashes. But more of the Kundalini rising and the heat rising, which is, your life force energy, is burning things away. And during this week, you're really paying attention to all the synchronicities that are coming at you. All the numbers, all of the little signs. You could be hearing lots of things about changes that are happening around you and people that you do know. And, releasing the ego on another higher level, because as we are shifting into the new Earth timeline, and all these upgrades and all these emotional purges, and believe me, I went through emotional purging Wednesday, and because they're no longer serving you. And the ego could have been trying to kick off, and you're releasing it the way you were releasing it, which was for your best and highest good. And in order to, you're bringing all this love, filling up your own cup. And, this is also a reminder that I came through the work you are doing for yourself and putting love into the situation and taking action never goes unnoticed. You are definitely inspiring your soul family as well and the people around you. And it's vice versa. There has been very heavy telepathic communication. You may be in silence, and the silence isn't just the healing and reflecting, it's going beyond that. Shifting also your perspective, getting the answers you need to get, staying connected. And it's also not, a lot of chaos, obviously, you all know what's going on everywhere and anywhere. And those are the signs of change that's happening. And this is a big month of transformation. This is, and it was interesting because Saturday, very, very close friend of mine, we're basically another soul family. Her husband was away for a few days the weekend, and this is a sign of karmic cycles. This is it. They, definitely, and just giving me fear release is done and over with. And one of the messages I've been picking up, and we're going to be pulling 3 decks here, and because of all the Kundalini rising and the main, the main function isn't just the creativity, but you may be creative automatically in different ways, definitely being creative and taking action steps and taking that leap of faith where we've all been releasing lots of all different kinds of subconscious fear about everything. And that's also letting go of the ego and moving to a higher consciousness that everything is changing and everything else is being sorted out. Things are working out for me. You are definitely alchemizing and changing whatever negative energies or feelings that have been coming up to be addressed and released into a positive. And that is part of the alchemy. And the Kundalini, one of the main reasons is closing out these karmic cycles. And, on a higher level, there are lessons and there are blessings. So you might have heard the tree being pruned. And interesting, they were taking a tree down on my block. So it goes with the tree pruning. And things are definitely changing. And with the Kundalini rising, anything and anything obviously can be karmic in your life or their life, but it's also in the collective. And, you constantly shining your light bright is also bringing people out of the darkness and awakening. And that is the soul mission of your union. And you are definitely feeling your inner union coming closer, within yourselves, coming really on a deep level back to the wholeness and feeling whole. And people that were karmic in your life, and it doesn't matter who they were, obviously it goes beyond karmic partners. And some of them have been, you could be feeling their energy trying to penetrate, trying to come into your field. But once you start going out in nature and grounding and staying with your spiritual practices to clear your energy, and it could be definitely anything. It could be burning sage, Palo Santo, and or grounding. Could be when you're grounding out in nature, going, hugging the tree or leaning up against the tree and really connecting with Mother Gaia and the universe, God, Source, the angels, and know and trust that things are being sorted out. You are feeling things are being sorted out. Many of us Empresses are going through some type of challenge, no matter what it is. And you will know when the epiphanies come through, or lots of breakthroughs are going to be coming through. So we are at a very high point. And we are being creative in many different ways, not in the same way anymore. We're also shining our light wherever it needs to be, not in one area anymore. Especially whether you are an Empress or an Emperor, you are triggering people, okay? Triggering people just by being in the presence. You could be triggering people just by smiling, okay? A smile is very, very powerful. You don't leave home without it. It's because you choose to be happy. You chose happiness. And either you see two things with that. Either it goes more than just brighten someone's day. You could be triggering lots of people around you. And triggers is what heals you. And you know that as a healer, as an Empress healer or an Emperor healer, High Priestess, High Priest, whatever your gifts are, they are triggering people. And you know that that's what they need to bring to the surface, just like you do. And could been this week that you were definitely going through triggers, or if you were going through a trigger and it didn't feel the same, if the same thing came up again and it wasn't that triggering. So pay attention how much something does trigger you. And if it's not really triggering you too much and you're moving past all these triggers as well. And it was just another layer that needed to be healed. So we're going to be getting some messages through the Twin Flame Ascension Oracle, because this is about you are moving into physical union. And that is ascension. So, however your journey is, whether you are in communication, not communication, however, separation is an illusion, and how your preparation is moving forward and coming to the end. We have probably all been tested for quite a bit, surrendering to the process, to all of it. And let's see what messages are going to come out today. So nice, clear message, angels, ancestors, galactic beings. And I've been going through it too, which is fine. Because, when you release the things that no longer serve you, everybody's going to release the things that no longer serve them. And a C. E. So we got one, wow. So we got a 3-3. The soulmate card came out, clearing out core wounds. Wow, that's definitely the main energy. It took a while. That means it was thinking what's happening, how to think. So you're seeing lots of 3s and 3-3s around different, you could be seeing even 3-3-3-3, clearing out core wounds. And that's what's happening at this moment. So soulmate, meaning soul family, soulmates that are helping you clear out core wounds. That's why we all have many different soulmates that are meant to be with us, and I'm getting more soul family, and that are expanding, helping each other clear out core wounds. And you are here for each other as an equal give and take. You know, on a deep telepathic level, you could be communicating with your soulmate, soul family. And this is, deep down, you're all being in service to each other, being in service in many, many different ways. Interesting. You could be, when you're shining your light bright, people are coming towards you. Okay? I'm also getting soul clients, soul family, being supportive. And yeah, 1-1 that came out interesting. This is about surrender. So, Dark Night of the Soul. I don't remember when this card came out, maybe a few readings ago, but this is also really coming through. So you could have been, Empress, feeling, releasing what you needed to release. And you are definitely a twin flame. And so does your divine masculine, your emperor knows, because you wouldn't be if you weren't thrown into Dark Night of the Soul. And as you move through this journey, we could have been, now you might have been confused a few days ago or a couple of days ago. You could have been going through a Dark Night of the Soul and not even know it. So also what this is saying, as you are moving into this full surrender stage, 1-1, the beginning. And you see here, this is a dove, which is peace. So, you have ascended through your journey moving forward. You're finding peace. It is allowing the shadows come to whatever surface. You can go through a dark night of the soul for about an hour and don't even realize it. So, lots of ego death happening. And this dove is about bringing peace. So you could have been feeling peace after the dark night of the soul. You could have been like, was I through a dark night of the soul? Yeah. So in order to make these changes, but you came out the other side pretty quickly if you did go through one. And this could be, however your journey is, because they're all unique and special. This could have happened before, definitely this happened before the 4-4 portal. So, and embrace this and know you've let go of things that no longer served you. And it'll always be different for everyone. It could have been hysterical crying. It could have been, sit with the crying. Why were you? Is it out of anger? Is it out of sadness, abandonment, loneliness, betrayal? Could be anything while you were crying. Could you be crying out of gratitude? Could you be crying out of joy, happiness, and bliss? You are definitely doing your spiritual practices, especially clearing your energy field, because if you've been feeling a soul friend and soul sister, felt somebody coming into her energy field. Now, her journey is not mine. My journey isn't hers. But I was going through similar. And if you've closed out karmic cycles in the physical, this dark night of the soul helped you. And you're being in deep gratitude for it. However, this dark night of the soul came for you. Releasing fear. Could be also releasing lots of fear. In order to take the leap forward, to feel courage on a deep level, to let things go with ease, flow, and grace. And soulmate here is coming up. You see how two people are here, and you see this illuminated light. The divine giving you the messages. So this doesn't always mean a romantic partner. This is someone helping you with your soul growth. Because everybody's going to need some kind of support. So this is what I'm getting from this card, definitely. But surrendering to the divine. You know, asking the angels, your guardian angels, your ancestors for help. There could be others going through a dark night of the soul around you. It may not be you or your soul family, but you could definitely feel this dark night of the soul. And it may not be you. Like I said, as you move through the stages through this journey, through preparation, they get less and less. Some of these dark nights of the soul, like I said, you may not even know you went through one. But yeah, so this is about definitely surrendering, okay? Pulling all that energy back to yourself. And that's what also happens in a dark night of the soul. You're nurturing yourself. You are giving back to yourself. You're giving yourself, love. And what happens with after a dark night of the soul? You feel peace. Letting these shadows dissipate. So you see the white and the black, the dark, the light and dark. You're honoring it. Taking that responsibility. And let's see what any other messages want to come out through here. So I think we're going to be pulling only 3 decks. We could be pulling tarot. We'll see. And, being and staying in gratitude. Your gratitude is coming from your heart, coming from your heart space. Yeah, so what else is happening? And with this Kundalini rising, you may be alone in the room and with all the heat. And I'll tell you, very interestingly enough, we've been getting lots of rain here, which is cleansing. You may be, may have the urge to take action and go and walk in the rain to allow all these lower energies to dissipate, help you even more deeper. Yeah, wow. So we got 2 cards here. And the 4-4 portal, 4-4, adds up to an 8. Infinite abundance, being one with self. And you are blossoming, you are growing. We are all going through this rebirth. And I know it's like that song that comes to my head, finally, it's happened to me. Right in front of my face, and I just cannot hide it. So, being one with self. You are disconnecting from the 3D matrix. You're handling that, protecting your energy field. And 2-2. Yeah, 2-2-2. The universe has your back. Practice patience. Staying patient. So here's the key with this 4-4 portal. Things are in divine order. I'm getting divinely orchestrated. Divine timing from here is giving me this energy. And this is beautiful rainbow Merkaba with these beautiful illuminated lights around it. This rainbow energy. And you seeing 2 of them going deeper and deeper. It's almost like this Merkaba is like a portal. Practicing patience. Allowing things to unfold. And you know what? When you see that 2-2-2, it is definitely unconditional love from the Emperor. They're seeing it definitely unconditional love from you, but also the universe has your back. And if things are not even stuck and stagnant, because that energy is being released. If you are feeling that, a few days ago, that in the stillness, things are happening behind the scenes and everything is being divinely orchestrated, it is a reminder for you to have patience. And patience is power because they are putting things together back in your life and they're doing it better. So divine timing has lots of beautiful surprises, just like these beautiful crystalline energies coming through. And let's see what any other messages that are coming through this deck. Wow, yeah, 5-5 change. And I saw it this morning, breakthrough. Processing karmic debris. Wow. This is what is happening for all of you on this beautiful day. You're working with the energies. You're allowing these energies to work for you. you are going to be seeing lots of breakthroughs. And there's a lot of miracles with this. And you see in the background this open, out in the white light. You see these bricks right here. And you are walking through this portal, the 4-4, and it is breaking through everything. Everything and anything that's held you back that no longer served you. And I was really picking up that, and this is interesting, my best friend's husband, I saw him yesterday. I was there at their home for an hour and a half, or maybe 2 hours, who knows. And I said, "Oh, how was your trip?" He said, "For me," he said, "never again." So he was with extended family. So that was a big sign. Was it good news? Yes. There are probably 3D family members. And it was interesting, his wife, my best friend, and I could empathize with her. There is a lot of 3D family members that could be definitely falling out of your life that are karmic. Those lessons have been taught, those hard lessons, and they have been learned. And interestingly, about anyone that is karmic, anytime they try to get into your energy field, or they're trying to run after or suck, or like energy vampires, if these people did not have any types of good intentions that are all fear-based, you are breaking through and breaking free by crossing this portal today from them. And this is not you or the Emperor wishing ill will on nobody, because we never wish ill will on nobody. We surrender that to the divine, because we know on a deep level, and if you went through this dark night of the soul, you're clearing also, this could have been clearing their energies away from you as well. You moving into the light. And, when this transformation happens, you move into the light, people can be very envious or whatever lower energy they're going through. It's because they are receiving karma. The more they try to do things, the more they try hard to fight, the divine is on it. And especially we've been feeling, yes, Archangel Michael for the past 3 days. Cutting away the past, cutting away all these cords, cutting away old soul contracts. Especially if your vivid dreams were clear and they felt like a bad dream, it's because in the astral realms, all these things are being severed and you're having these breakthroughs. You're processing the karmic debris, transmuting it, sending it out there with love and light, asking Archangel Michael to transmute it, boom. You could be calling in Archangel Haniel for peace. Boom, and here comes the peace. You could have been listening to a lot of different subliminals, whichever you are called to listen to. Your higher self tells you. You could be hearing things and seeing things because there were things you need to hear. But you're also paying attention to things and changing things around and turning those negatives into a positive. So this is what could be happening to you in the dark night of the soul, changing it around into a positive. And know and trust you are never, never alone. It doesn't matter if you live alone. Whether you have pets or you live alone or you don't, I have 2 cats. Pay attention to your pet's behavior too. But a lot of us are all processing karmic debris. So if the hot flashes are getting annoying, they're there for a reason. It's your life force energy processing this karmic debris. The things that no longer serve you, whoever and whatever it was. It could have been a job, could have been people you work with, could have been neighbors, could have been family, it could have been old friends. They will probably be falling away without you having to do anything. Why? Because you surrendered. Dark night of the soul. Yeah, let's see if we're getting quite a bit of messages here. So let us get, what is, 1010. You could be seeing this number a lot. The new beginning and ending a new beginning. We're all at a crossroads of this, leaving the old world behind. And you know what? You're probably, waving bye-bye old world, bye-bye old earth, entering your vortex at this time. And with these rainbow swirled crystalline energies and the white flowers are symbolizing purification, you're aligning with infinite abundance today on a deep energetic level. And the universe is going to have lots of pleasant surprises. And knowing and trusting that anything is possible, having your faith. You could be also seeing times when you need to see it, the 111s coming up in the 222s. So you're aligning with infinite abundance. Why? Because you're processing karmic debris. Wow. And definitely we got another 1010 on the board. Practicing self-love, bringing yourself that Ace of Cups, and nurturing your inner child. This could be little different things you're doing to nurture the inner child. And yeah, 1111, wow. That number's also been coming up. The bottom of the deck, letting go of expectations. It's not an easy thing. When you let go of control, you let go of expectations. Because when you surrender and and trust, they're going to do it better. They are going to do it better. And I had a synchronicity Sunday. Last weekend was definitely a powerful weekend of these portals with the solar eclipse. Saturday with the energy, with the partial solar eclipse in Aries, and eclipse season is over. My bigger cat, even though they're brothers, he's not older because they came from the same liver. But also reaffirming to yourself, I am enough. So if there was an old wound coming up where you started to feel blame or shame or any guilt, I am enough, let go of expectations. And that butterfly there is the transformation, letting go of those things that are no longer serving you. Yeah, spiritual awakening. And this is something everyone's feeling. Another 2-2, the universe has their back. And here you see multiple squares. You could see multiple, whatever. You could see the world in the background, the earth right here and right here. So this is not a moon, this is not a sun. And this spiritual awakening that is happening, we are shifting. It is shift or be shifted. And what I am also getting from here, the people that chose not to shift, they could be shifting. However, they're falling out of your life with this awakening. They're no longer serving you. They're not an energetic match. It's also you practicing self-love, protecting your energy, but it is also processing karmic debris. Letting go of that. Because deep down that you can't bring anything karmic into your inner union or physical union, whatever that is. However divine timing works, it is not our job. Okay? Reaffirm, I am enough. Letting go of these expectations. This spiritual awakening, you are being shifted to a higher timeline, your highest timeline. And the people that were karmic, and word keeps coming out of my mouth for a reason. They already taught those lessons. They've already, it's time to break free from it. And sometimes, when that energy keeps you stuck and stagnant in a comfort zone, you're breaking free of the comfort zones. And this is the past couple of days, I've been seeing a lot of rubber bands breaking. And that's a sign that you are breaking free. You and your Emperor are definitely breaking free from the past. Wow. So you are being surged. And the last 3 bottom of the deck, I know quite a bit of cards have come out with this read here. This soul merger is taking place. You're merging with your own soul, and you are one energy and one soul. So definitely where the heart chakra is illuminated, and you see the 2 swans like a caduceus, and the light from above, from heaven, shining below through your chakras. You could be doing a chakra cleanse and a chakra upgrade. So this is why a lot of the heart chakra activations have been happening. 4 adds up to an 8, infinite abundance. Well, quite a bit came from that deck. And yes, that was quite a bit. Why these things are all happening. So let me get from the Talisman Oracle what is happening for you. What is happening for you? Let us see. Angels, ancestors, galactic beings. What are the messages coming through the Talisman deck? I gave that a shuffle. Let's see what wants to come through. Let us see what wants to come through. Ooh, flipped out. And this card flipped out and flipped upside up over. Did a somersault. Yes. Wow. Rebirth. The skull in the background. The third eye. Third eye chakra. Wow. Yep, this rebirth is coming through. You are rebirthing. Your connection's rebirthing. Bringing you both to the highest timeline. You're feeling this shift. You chose to be shifted. You made that choice. Your Emperor made that choice. You're going through a rebirth. And things are being left behind that no longer serve you. Again, this was a powerful week prior to this 4/4 portal, whichever day it was. Definitely comment below what's coming up for you. You know, I will definitely respond. Know and trust this is a safe place. Everybody's going through this rebirth. Giving back to yourself. Going out in nature. Processing this karmic debris. Saying bye-bye once and for all. But also, what's important is when you let go of things that no longer serve you, make sure your intentions are pure. I don't know who needs to hear that. When also, you could have been forgiving yourself. And, you know, when you forgive yourself, you definitely are giving the gift back to yourself. That is giving yourself self-love. That is filling up your cup when you forgive yourself. Not, you know, also be careful with the, you know, also be mindful with those intentions when you forgive yourself. Make sure, and I don't know who needs to hear this, forgive yourself for you, not for anybody else. And this has also been coming up. There could have been whoever it was that was karmic, that taught lessons. Whoever it was that did you wrong, tried to do you wrong, or still trying to do you wrong, forgive yourself. If you know they are not meant to be in your life and they're falling away, it's definitely letting go of the past, letting go of them. And you could be creative with your forgiveness. And when you forgive yourself, many of you start to feel very, very light and very joyful. You are feeling also in gratitude. Forgiving yourself how you treated your own self in the past. Forgiving yourself for how you spoke to yourself. Forgiving yourself if you did something to somebody you didn't mean to. Forgiving yourself for things you had no control over. And giving that back to yourself has been bringing this rebirth. Also, quite a number of these days, you've been feeling the need to constantly stay hydrated. Very important. which is really important to stay hydrated as we're all processing these energies and allowing them to work for us in order to go through this rebirth. Rebirths are not easy. They are painful. They are painful like a dark night of the soul. It's not the same pain, but a rebirth is always painful. You maybe not be feeling that much pain. If you went through the dark night of the soul, if your emperor went through the dark night of the soul, things are coming in that are serving you. Yeah, navigation. Wow. There's a lot of messages from that one card. So you're navigating through these energies right now. And it looks like another portal. Wow, as above and so below. So the skull is about rebirth. That's the death card in the tarot, which is Scorpio energy, which is very, 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 very deep and intense water energy. It's a fixed sign. So if you are a Scorpio, you know that. And things are, equilibrium. Things are being brought back to balance right now. Okay? And one of the things is as we move toward that full moon in Libra. And that is going to be a powerful full moon. It's not a fixed sign. It is not an eclipse season, but it's bringing things back to balance and equilibrium at this time. Definitely you are feeling on an energetic level there is karmic justice being served to those are reaping their karma. And it definitely knows that they reap what they sow. Okay? And karma is been hot. You know, hot like the Kundalini rising, the elixir of life. Yeah, equilibrium is, this is just a validation clarification card, is the elixir of life, bringing things back to balance. And you see here, things are on an even level. It's a vase. It's not even an animal. But here, this equilibrium, you could see water splashing. You could see more of the Merkaba. And you could see this equilibrium. It looks like a cornucopia at the bottom. Things like that. Equilibrium also brings joy and the elixir of life. Wow. Ooh, bottom of the deck. Magical power. The dragonfly. Change. Definitely that's a dragonfly. And your magical powers are being upgraded. It's not just your chakras. It is all your magical powers. Your manifestation powers are being upgraded. Your creativity is being upgraded at this time. And creating magic. Making the changes that need to be made. People are not going to like the changes you need to make, but they are needed. So, magical power. You could be feeling very powerful today, especially with the 4-4 portal. Wow, those are the messages that came from that deck. Yeah, very powerful from 2 decks. So that's what I said. I only need 2. Let's get some Dragon Oracle messages. Let's see what's coming through. And we're going to see, I don't know if we're going to pull tarot. We might pull tarot. Let's see. Let's see what kind of thing, what's happening. Angels, ancestors, galactic beings. Yeah, royal blue and gold dragon right here. Strengthens you to stand in your power and wisdom. Wow. You see here, this dragon has got a lot of rainbow colors. The tail, the inside of the tail, inside of the body. This is letting you know you are divinely protected. Not just your journey. And there's a sword here in this dragon's wing. Strengthens you to stand in your power with the wisdom. Awaken to your own majesty. Wear your cloak of power with pride. And yes, so in this dragon here, it's got a sword in the wing, ready to stand in their power, showing strength, and ready to cut away the things that no longer serve you, and or serve them. And you're awakening to your own majesty, your own magic. And a lot of times, because we do live in a physical body, we don't realize our powers. And our thoughts are powerful. And you could have been yesterday, or any of you could have been saying cancel, clear, delete, and block because of people, places, and things that no longer served you, especially if you've let them go how long ago in the physical. They could have been coming into your energy field or trying to. So you're standing in your power with wisdom. You are bringing back all that beautiful love and taking down the energetic walls. Anything that brought up fear. Again, if you are burping a lot today, burping out in nature, or been yesterday, doesn't even matter when, be in gratitude for it. Be in gratitude that you're letting go of fear that's no longer serving you. You are definitely standing in your power at this time. Air and fire dragon, bottom of the deck, expanding your creative energies. Yes, the Kundalini rising. You see the volcano exploding in the background and all the lava going down. You see the purification. Fire is purifying. Wind is purifying. And these are two purifying forces of nature. The white wings here is purification. We're all going through a purification. Harnessing your creativity, excitement, enthusiasm. Communicate your passions. You may be finding new passions you didn't know. And there's a lot of orange here. Abundance, the sacral chakra. You're allowing this Kundalini, your life force energy, do the magic for you. Releasing expectations. Yeah. Standing in your own power with wisdom. Let us see if there's another. Yeah, lilac fire dragon here. We got a lot of fire and passion here. Bottom of the deck transmutes through the power of divine love. This is so, so important right now. We have a lot of, you could be seeing a lot of color purple of flowers. Could be purple anything. It is the sign of the violet flame. It is the sign with this pink magenta energy. And purple is very healing. You could be using amethyst, calling the amethyst crystalline energies to transmute through the power of divine love, putting love into the situation. And in order to put love into the situation, you're putting love into yourself. And that's also an important reminder to keep putting love into yourself in order to put love into the situation. People will get triggered by you putting love into the situation. Open up to, because they don't know what unconditional love is, some people. Opening up to transcendent love and enlightenment. Purify of the heart brings peace, hope, and joy. You know, calling in peace, calling in hope, calling in joy. Choosing to feel peace, hope, and joy. Manifesting it. You could just wink your eye and it's already here, joy, hope, and peace. Yeah, water dragon, bottom of the deck. And we got helping you going with the flow easily around obstacles and challenges. Christ's light and love are flowing, more love. Developing your psychic abilities, go with the flow. And this is really an important message because, again, soulmates came out from the other set of cards. And connecting with your soul family on the 5D, they know what you're going through. They're giving you their unconditional love and support. You know what they're going through. And you all know it's all happening for your best and highest good. So this is a reminder to cleanse. You may, if it's raining today by you, you may want to take your walk in nature in the rain, letting this all go and bringing in this healing. Archangel Raphael. But I will tell you a miracle. I didn't get to that story yet. So last Sunday, I woke up one morning. My big cat, Charlie, he is very, very verbal. And he wasn't feeling good. Okay? It was a scare. And he had tuna fish. I didn't pay attention that it was in oil or brine. More or less it was in an oil. And didn't realize, yes, cats can eat tuna, but only in water. But it should only be given as a treat, not as a meal. And the salt content got him sick. So he vomited his food. And he was not feeling well. And I was extremely worried. And one of the miracles that had happened, and I was in a panic. And Spirit and my guide said he'll be fine. But I wasn't thinking that because I was in a panic and fear and ego. I said, he probably has to go to the animal hospital. Because I woke up and found 4 spots. I don't know if it was urine. It looked like pink blood. Or he could have vomited, something liquid or whatever it was. I thought for the first moment there could have been a UTI of some sort. And I was panicking. I went and was looking online for the closest animal hospital. And I went and got a towel. They don't have cat carriers. Put him in the towel, wrapped him in. He was now cats are not always cooperative. But interesting, I spoke to the cat calmly. I said, I think we need to go to the animal hospital. This isn't good. And calling in the angels, calling in Archangel Raphael, the Sunshine Yellow Dragon, which is in this deck right here. And he slowly started to get better. Now, the other cat was checking on him, was worried too. You could just feel it. And he pulled through. And I said, okay, so this is not an animal hospital visit. This is a vet visit. And I found out there was a cat clinic. They specialize in cats. They do take care of dogs, but they mostly specialize in cats. Said, would have to make an appointment. And he looked at me. And he was definitely, as the day went on, he started feeling much better. Started coming around, being verbal, his normal self, not really jumping around, but, he didn't want to be bothered, which is understandable. And he pulled through. And that's a sign of miracles. That's a sign of keeping the faith. And I saw 111 that day a few times. And that is also a sign of changing the negative into a positive. It's not always easy, but just wanted to share that all with you. And especially I know now we're all going through some type of financial struggle, but that's also changing to the infinite abundance. I don't know. Yeah, Earth and Air Dragon, yeah. So we're getting this card at the bottom of the deck. This is the last message. Standing on the grass, these orbs coming around, going up against a tree, and it looks like the Fool ready to jump off the cliff, taking the leap of faith. So this is also a reminder to stay grounded, completely ground yourself before taking any divine inspired action. Okay? So it's also representing a perfect balance of heaven and earth in nature, staying balanced, ground your visions, manifest your hopes and dreams, more orange energy, and being creativity with the sacral chakra. Wow, so I don't even know. So, wow, those are the messages that came from the Dragon Oracle. Let us get some messages. The rubber band broke, but that's okay. That means breaking free, and it was around this deck that the rubber band broke. That's a synchronicity that your Emperor is breaking free and coming home. This is the beautiful deck of the Divine Masculine comes home from a beautiful list from Guided by Angels. Let's see what messages want to come out. Angels, ancestors, galactic beings. So let's give this a good shuffle. What do they want to say to you, the Emperor? Yeah. So, yeah. Flipped right out. All is good. It's all good. So reaffirm everything is all good. And they're reaffirming to you all is good. You're not worried, Empress, about this. You fully surrendered. You fully taken the step back in this connection. And, another one came out. Yeah, wow. So your Emperor These are some messages that are coming from your Emperor. They know we are the flames. And this is also a deep message that they know you both together have a mission on this earth. And the card else that flipped out underneath it is returning, and they are definitely returning to you once and for all. There is none of this chasing, or I don't like calling it that. There's none of this chasing running energy anymore. There is nothing of things feeling off balance. There is nothing feeling of an energetic wall between you. There is nothing, and that's why there's all these heart chakra activations. They are returning to you. You feel this in the energy. It doesn't matter if you're in communication or not in the 3D, but you are communicating definitely in the 5D. They're returning to you. And this is the pivotal point, this 4-4 portal. And let's see if we're getting any more messages. Yeah, this one, yeah, this year. Absolutely. It is happening this year. And I have felt this in the energy. Many of you are coming into union this year. Between now, maybe in October. Or whatever divine timing. Heaven and the divine. Yeah, communication through an app. So definitely communication is going to be coming in through the 3D. Could be through an app. Yeah. Definitely coming through an app. And again, wow, 222 coming through. I love you. Yes, this is being mirrored. They're letting you know that they love you. You love them. The universe has your back. They are returning to you. They're returning to you for good. It's going to, this right now, even though you will probably be focused on your goals, Empress, and getting rid of the things that no longer serve you, and your concentration is where exactly you're meant to be. If you see a 1717 pop up or a 717, especially if you're kind of slipping off into ego here and there, what is happening to me, what is going on here, when you see that number come up, the angels and the divine is letting you know you are on your right path. And this is also letting you know the universe has your back. They're doing this better. Everything comes out better than planned. Things are moving forward. Just, know and trust and hold on tight that the things that are falling away in your life that are no longer serving you, it's also something else is coming in, even bigger and better than that. However, this is, going to resonate with you. So if you would like any support, a personal reading, or any of the services I offer, soul coaching, any of the, I have hundreds of ISA Light Code guided meditation healings. Please click the description box below. Everything is booked through. Just send me an email at robbiesfirepitofmagic at 474@gmail.com. robbiesfirepitofmagic474@gmail.com. Right now, the ISA Light Code meditations are various different prices. Just click the description box. And there are different ways we can do this. I don't do it on Facebook Messenger or Zoom. But sending you all lots of love. Love you all very much. Sending you all a happy 4-4 portal and a happy new beginning and happy new beginning and happy transformation. Just remember, you are definitely not alone. And you are loved and supported here and everywhere else. Connect with your soulmate family. Even if they're not available, you can always call them on the 5D, just like the angels, your emperor, however. So have a happy Friday and have a happy 4-4 portal. Have a beautiful, magical, fabulous Friday all. Sending you all so much love. Bye.